Hey guys, Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, this literally does not work. I'm actually down here in the man cave, having some thoughts, and looks like we're already open for business here. Having some thoughts on our Dallas Cowboys. 5 weeks ago, we thought the season was over, and we're at the point of talking about Jason Garrett being replaced. We were talking about Scott Linehan was close to being actually let go during the bye week. Winning cures a lot of things, or at least cures perception. Some interesting things, or sad things, I should say, that I've heard through the grapevine about Scott Linehan is Scott Linehan has his kind of guys and things that he likes. And when he doesn't like you, he is going to try to hurt you. Um, Des Bryant was one of those people that he had kind of in his sights, from what I'm told. Now, again, I can't verify it. I'm just going by things that I've heard and the perception of what we see. Des Bryant was definitely in the doghouse, and it didn't matter how much he made, but it was a guy they wanted to get rid of. Rico Gathers, we were also heard where the Cowboys said, well, Rico can't run routes. He can't block. He's a liability. He could get somebody hurt out there.
They said killed. They said killed.
Killed. That's right. Could get somebody killed out there. Now, we're not there at practice every day, so we don't know. But they do use Rico now a lot to block. Wasn't he starting first play of the game out there? Yeah. I've seen him out blocking a lot. And we were told that that was the reason why Rico wasn't playing was because of his blocking skills. But we actually have him out a lot blocking, but we don't put him in for passes very often. And that, I'm told again, was one of those things that Scott Linehan had said, you know, he's not good ability, but now we see him blocking. We've heard people talk, from Dez to T.O. to Bryce Butler and everything else about the offense. You can look at each game, regardless of what you say about Dak Prescott, and I know Dak needs to do a lot of work. Dak's missing things. But things he does well, we don't seem to do very often. And the offense had been clicking, really, really well. And in fact, last week was an incredible game with Dak and Amari Cooper. And I was hoping that DMV Dallas Cowboys was going to chime in with me tonight, but maybe we'll get it tomorrow. But he has a conspiracy theory that because Amari Cooper basically threw Scott Linehan under the bus. Make no mistake about it. It reminds me of playing football myself. Okay, I didn't play in the pros or anything, but I remember in college football, in a JV game, I went through, I was shaded over the guard. I was nose tackle. They shaded us over to the guard. And I shot the gap. I got upfield. I sacked the quarterback. Boom. It's third down. It was great. We got off the field. And I remember being cussed out by the coach. He's like, what the hell are you doing? I'm like, I sacked the quarterback. He said, what was your assignment? I said, hold up the guard and then pass rush. I said, but they had such a big gap. I knew I could shoot that gap and I could get the quarterback, get in his back pocket before he could make a move. He said, that's right. You decided to do something different than what was called, and you left your teammate exposed. The guard went out, got the linebacker. But I'm like, Coach, I got the sack, and we got him off the field. Doesn't matter. You didn't do what I told you to do. So when Amari Cooper said after the game, Look, they kept having us do the stop route. We did it like 5 times in a row. And every time they squatted on it. You called it again. And I'm like, Dak, you need to do the go route. They're stopping it. Everybody knows they're stopping it. They're squatting on it. We're not going to complete it. And he said, just run what's called. Dak said, we got to run what's called. It's not my play. It's not my play. This is what the people that are paying me are saying to do. But Dak and him changed the play. And it ends up being a huge play. And so John's theory is when you looked early in that game, they didn't target Amari Cooper very much. Was that Scott Linehan sending a message to Amari Cooper that you don't run this place? I'm the head person in charge here? Did Scott Linehan throw the game plan away from Amari Cooper to spite Amari Cooper to send a message? Scott Linehan wanted to get rid of Des Bryant knowing we didn't have a replacement for him. Scott Linehan's offense has been antiquated, and you look at things of when we get down the goal line, there's times when you should be running the football, but yet we're passing. And I'm not saying that it wasn't a good call, at least going to Azawalu, but how many pass plays has Alawazu gone for? And if you're going to pass to Alawazu, why is it you won't try and pass to a guy who is 6'8" and can jump out the building? A Rico Gathers, who's shown he can catch the ball. And that's where you start wondering about Scott Linehan. And people were at, I've said this before. People are like, what do you think our chances are at making a run? And I said my biggest worry is the coaching and play calling. Will we get into the big games, the playoffs, and we end up having brain farts? Today was another one of those days that kind of makes you scratch your head and wonder again. I so think we need to make a change with the play calling. I think, I'm not saying that Jason Garrett is a great play caller, but I would like to put him on the line. And Scott Linehan, to me, does not seem to have it. This offseason, we've got to make a change in quarterback coach, in play caller. We need somebody in here who will take Dak's raw skills and take them to another level. Sorry, Kellen Moore is not a nice guy. He may be eventually, but right now, he's just not the one. I'm kind of enjoying, we got the Eagles game on right now, and my man Philly 500 watching the game here. The Rams are up 7-6. And, of course, Nick Foles is trying to bring back some of that magic that he had last year. And so far, not so much. All right, guys. Not the day I was hoping to have, but hey, it is what it is. I'll see you guys soon.